maybe don't let it go there, but there are a lot of
CV squared has 51 minus degrees of freedom, making
I got hungry and I ate it. We're Americans and we only like competition, okay? I'm eating and I'm reading a book. And that's when you just comes up.
Thanks to chemical implants in our bodies, we can break down the alcohol in seconds. No stupor, no hangover. We can just toss them back while waiting for orders. If man realizes technology is within reach, he achieves it, like it's damn near instinctive. Look at us, for example. We're state-of-the-art. Controlled metabolisms, computer-enhanced brains, cybernetic bodies. Not long ago, this was science fiction. So what if we can't survive without regular high-level needs? Who are we to complain? I suppose an occasional tune-up is a small price to pay for all this.
I'm afraid we both signed our bodies and ghosts away to Section 9.
True. If we ever quit or retire, we'd have to give back our augmented brains and cyborg bodies. There wouldn't be much left after that. There are countless ingredients that make up the human body and mind, like all the components that make up me as an individual with my own personality. Sure, I have a face and voice to distinguish myself from others, but my thoughts and memories are unique only to me, and I carry a sense of my own destiny. Each of those things are just a small part of it. I collect information to use in my own way. All of that blends to create a mixture that forms me and gives rise to my conscience. I feel confined, only free to expand myself within boundaries. What we see now is like a dim image in the mirror. Then we shall see face to face. Thanks to chemical implants in our bodies, we can break down the alcohol in seconds. No stupor, no hangover. We can just toss them back while waiting for orders. If man realizes technology is within reach, he achieves it, like it's damn near instinctive. Look at us, for example. We're state-of-the-art. Metabolisms, computer-enhanced brains, cybernetic bodies. Not long ago, this was science fiction. So what if we can't survive without regular high-level needs? Who are we to complain? I suppose an occasional tune-up is a small price to pay for all this.
I'm afraid we both signed our bodies and ghosts away to Section 9.
True. If we ever quit or retire, we'd have to give back our augmented brains and cyborg bodies. There wouldn't be much left after that. There are countless ingredients that make up the human body and mind, like all the components that make up me as an individual with my own personality. Sure, I have a face and voice to distinguish myself from others, but my thoughts and memories are unique only to me, and I carry a sense of my own destiny. Each of those things are just a small part of it. I collect information to use in my own way. All of that blends to create a mixture that forms me and gives rise to my conscience. I feel confined, only free to expand myself within boundaries. It's like a dim image in a mirror. What we see now is like a dim image in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face.
Right this way, life breaks inside. Step right this way, life breaks inside. Be amazed and wonderland. See the city skeleton man, feisty Siamese twins, sexy snake woman, beautiful married lady, unbelievable again, painless human pincushion, and CBS fire eater.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or hosts. They do not explicitly or necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by this channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during this program.
You dumbass!
It's just like Killer Cop 4, but she's got Hema instead of fry cook balls. I need you, Action Bastard. Action Bastard, I need you. Action Bastard, I need you. Why am I wasting time dancing?
You want to know why? Because the world is fucking flat, dog. And everything that you see up there, as far as like planets or stars, yeah, guess what, dude? It's fucking fake. It's just lights up there. The government put those lights up there so you dummies could just act like there's something up there.
Wait a second, are you a flat earther?
Call a crackhead.
You're stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, what? What? Oh, what was in this shit?
Exactly. What was in this shit, man? All right, folks, here we go. Let's bring in our co-host and our guests, and we will get into the insanity that I have planned for you all, and I know you all are on the edge of your seat, waiting to see what I found for you all today.
But some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right.
Nah.
And there's our.
I'm just hanging back in my chair, not on the edge. Would it be on the edge of my seat?
Okay.
I'm
on the I'm on the edge of my chair because there's some mole dude sitting behind me that just stands there and doesn't move for some reason. It's a little creepy.
Yeah.
I was told that I have to let him watch the streams now from now on for the intergalactic treaty. Anyways, let's bring in our next guest. If there's anybody out there who wants to join us, just let us know and we will send you a link. So here we blow. And there's our doggo. How are you doing, dog?
I'm doing good. I want to thank Brainless, actually. He sent me a link for sending me that link for Shani's sex site. Oh, thanks, pal. I didn't click on it. I'm just thinking, if I ever see something that makes me want to flick my eyeballs out, I think just clicking on that will take away the fear of doing it, I think. Cheers, friend. Yeah, you're a great mate for doing that. Thank you.
Yeah.
I may have to
I
name
do
over
think
the
you
weekend
should
just
play
to
it.
have a look at it, and just I'll let you know next week if I'll make sure I have a vomit bucket handy, of course.
At the least. So, anyways, because of that, let's do this.
Oh my.
All right, let's say hello to the side of my chat. So we have an Al Trucker.
Howdy, Al.
We have a Demons of the Orbs.
Demon.
And a Drusilla. Welcome back. We haven't seen you in a minute or two.
And you're skipping someone because there's also Canadian Hollyman.
Oh shit! Sorry, my brain thought they were already on panel, but that's right. Sorry. Welcome, Ollyman. Anybody who wants to join us, just let us know. If you did not get sent a link, we'll send you one, or it may just end up in the side of my chats randomly, and I don't know how that would happen. But anyways. Thank you.
I got no clue how that would happen.
Exactly similarly.
Maybe just the same way the stream always gets pushed back like 10 minutes. Like, oh, I'm gonna be late. Can you push it back?
Yes.
You're not getting any other links, though. Brainless saves the good links for his best friends. Don't you, mate? Pal of mine.
Do you remember that last time I also put that link also in the side chat? So.
He sent it to everybody, but yes, you're welcome.
No, I haven't sent it to everybody, but
almost. So, anyways,
little doggy. Why did I just say? I usually say like, "Oh yeah, something like, hey everybody, we've started." Now I just said everybody, but like you guys were distracting me. no message.
Let's
retry.
Yeah, you can edit that.
Yeah.
Jesus. My freaking tattoos are now just itching like a mug. Tomorrow I can take off the new skin and then start lubing it up. So anyways.
I like lubing it up. Then again, like it doesn't need too much lube. Just never mind. TMI. Oh yeah, I don't do TMI.
Yes, and talking about tattoos, but anyways. Oh, I get you. We understand. No worries. Anytime that you show up, we're glad to have all of you. What
time zone is that?
I don't know if they've told us, but if you don't mind sharing like what region you're from, do not get spunk-specific unless you want to, but you can just say region or time zone. Let's begin getting into this, and I know about most of this in Norway. Okay, all right.
That's not that much different. I'm basically straight beneath you. I'm from the Netherlands. Come on, that's not that hard. Okay,
it's like mid.
This does completely fuck up my sleeping rhythm, but
Because it's midnight-ish right now.
yeah, 22, 54.
Yeah,
Like
it's almost 10 p.m.
Yeah, British plus
okay.
1. Yeah, just like me.
Well, thank you all very much for putting up with my dumb ass in the middle of the night. I don't know how you do it. I wouldn't do it.
It's fun. I like hanging with my stupid mate. My cool mate.
I know. Yes, yeah. Hopefully, I'm giving. Well, obviously, I'm entertaining enough to y'all that we have the normal 20-esque people that do watch these things. I do get almost 100 views. So for being a nobody, actually that's pretty good. So let's begin blowing into this. All the rest of the cryptids that I have on this list, I know about. This one, I'm a little iffy on, but I thought we might as well start with this one, even though I'm not exactly sure. But has anybody heard of the Lemonheads cryptid?
What?
Oh, now you're gonna. I think I kind of remember
I've heard of
this
kiwis,
story.
but not Lemonheads.
Yeah. So this is one of the obscure ones that, like, mainly we're gonna go over a bunch of obscure cryptids because all of us know about Sasquatch and Yeti and a handful of the Dogman and other cryptids, and we will go over some of that. I'm going to try my hardest to not go over any Sasquatch today, just because I feel like that has been beat into the motherfucking ground. So we have a bunch of cool, interesting, weird, and unknown cryptids, just like the Melonheads, and here we blow with them.
When
Melonheads,
a long dark stretch of road, often in the undeveloped space between a couple of towns.
Oh, they don't want to be recognized.
Perhaps 3 feet tall, with oversized heads. These malevolent beings known as Melonheads are rumored to have manifest in parts of Michigan.
I feel like this is not the normal speed, although I didn't change it. Nope, it's totally the normal speed. Dude, this guy sounds like he's on NyQuil or fucking a downer. But okay,
yeah,
so
no, they changed the voice. They used a voice changer.
Yeah, no, I know.
Because they don't want to get recognized for spouting this kind of shit.
It's probably Eric Dubay, and this is probably the 25th channel that he fucking has doing this. I swear to God, he's on a lot. Like, we're gonna be going over a cryptids thing today, where I swear to Bob, it is fucking Eric Dubay. And when we were doing something the other day, looking at something, like, it totally sounded like
it was him. Yeah, definitely him.
Yeah. So here
Mark
we blow
Dubious.
another one. So what I did is I changed the speed to 1.25. Let's see if it sounds like Eric Dubay.
Ohio and Connecticut. Tonight, however, we will focus solely.
He used a bunch of fucking processing to make this voice.
Quite a bit of modulation on that voice.
Yeah, there's a lot. I put it 125, and it still sounds like he is eating or has a mouthful of marbles. Yeah, no, totally.
Solely on the instance surrounding Fairfield County in the southwestern corner of Connecticut. The Constitution State is a bit of an oddball when it comes to paranormal encounters. Despite its high population density, strange phenomenon occurs frequently. Stories of the Melonheads are common to a dozen surrounding towns.
Ooh, a dozen surrounding towns.
Okay. Now I just have a. Hey, Billy Boy Blue. I do have a question. How high is the drug usage over there? I'm pretty sure, like, if you would, if you put those the sightings of like paranormal shit and drug use on a map, I'm pretty sure there will be quite a bit of overlap.
Yeah, no, completely.
I would ask what sort of education system do they have there?
Well,
that's why it's mainly America, right?
It's not all over America. I know states, they have different education, different states, don't they? Yeah,
and then the other
separate countries.
Yeah, and then the other one, the thing that
good
tends
for you,
to
Ollie.
be a trend is gas leaks, poisonings, and other things that happen around those areas to where people are hallucinating because, and they just don't know it. They don't understand. Like, we did a thing about ghosts a while ago where they had looked up that gas leaks inside of people's houses and other types of funguses and molds and things were causing people to hallucinate, and they were the ones that were claiming they were ghosts. And then after people went in, they're like, oh, there's a freaking gas leak, or you have black mold, or this certain thing keeps happening, and that's why you all keep having apparitions or seeing things. It's mild hallucinations they were having that they didn't understand at the time. And especially like if you lived in the pioneer days and you built your own house, who knows what ground you were on or what you dug into to make your basement or what you're sitting on or what's around you. You know, you didn't do any kind of testing of like chemicals, what's in the ground or anything like that. So you may be sitting over a gas deposit or something, and because you dug into the earth to make your basement, maybe you might have tapped into a vein of that or something, right? So there are a lot of correlations with things like that. Drug usage, when drugs got into a certain town, bad versions of drugs, or the first time crack cocaine or something was in a place or something. We're 20 minutes in. Okay, I can say drug references now.
I forgot to use bad words at the beginning of the stream to get you demonetized. I know that's all. That's Pip streams where I do that.
Yeah, and they actually don't do that as much anymore. But we did find out the hard way when I did the whole drug track that I made, and they were like, "Oh, you talked about drugs in the first couple of minutes of your stream." I was like, "Yeah, fuck you." Anyways, let's keep blowing on. Yeah. Let's keep blowing on this.
Or can I just use Occam's razor's analogy on this and say,
sure, totally.
Maybe he's just a fucking troll.
Do you? And that's the other thing. Thank you for bringing that up, dog. That's another thing. They have found teenagers pulling pranks on people in areas where people saw the dude in the corn or this or that or this and this. You know,
Slender Man.
Yeah, Slender Man, a dog man running across the fucking a pathway. It's a bunch of fucking teenagers that are drunk and high that are fucking with you, dumbasses. Like, it's not real. Well, anyways, I'm not saying in all cases. And do I think there are things out there that we don't exactly know? Sure, but are most of the cases we're going to talk about today real? Probably not. I mean, every day we are finding new species, but the only problem with that is they're very, very small, or they're deep down in the waters of the oceans, and we just have never been there before, and that's why we're finding them. Although today, I think the largest sea turtle in the world beached itself or came onto the beach to lay eggs or something, and it, like, if I didn't actually look that deep into it, but like it's a meter or two long, so 6 foot fucking sea turtle.
Did they call it Shani?
It's not gray enough. There's not enough gray.
It's not a whale
for it to be. Yeah, it's not. It's not.
Missed out the trick there.
Yeah. So yes, are we finding new things every day in new places, in different places? Fuck yeah! Like they found 100 new species in blah. I can't remember where, because they were all little itty bitty little creatures and stuff and things. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not large cryptids that, well, I mean, I know they're saying that people here, but yeah, I'm getting there.
I'm sorry.
So,
it just made me laugh.
So is there like is there
correct?
Okay, so let me read it. Any once again, just like we always say, or I say all the time, if you do a super chat, I will read it out loud no matter what it says, as long as YouTube lets you post it. Because if YouTube doesn't let you post it, then I can't say it, obviously, you know? So it's actually really easy to tell whether your house is haunted or not. It isn't. Exactly.
Oh, yes.
And I don't, I've said this in the past. when I was a teenager, I used to exercise haunted houses for people. And what I would do is I would walk around and I would ask them where and what and how. And they're like, so when this window's open, this door keeps opening and closing. And I'm like, yeah, let me exercise this window and never let that window be open when that door is closed. Right? It's just
what a scam. What a genius you are, mate.
Well, and then my conscience came out, and now I can't scam people like I used to. I was really good at being a scam artist when I was younger. I was really good at being a carny when I was younger.
If you're at that level, it's not scam. It's just like you're fair game.
Yeah, but your consciousness won't let you sleep at certain points when you've been doing stuff like that. When you were conning people constantly.
Sorry.
I know, I'll get there. My brain would not.
Sexy.
My brain would not let me. So that's why now we debunk these things and we go over things and try to look at them logically. And I try to show you how you should not be throwing your money at some of these grifters. And what's amazing is I actually, with all of your help, I make a lot of money doing some of these things. I mean, obviously doing Sideshow, I make way more, but y'all make it so it's worth my time sitting here debunking these things and going over things. So we have our Schisma Crasher, and we have somebody else coming. There's somebody here. Hopefully, some of you can join us. If you can, please, Mango. But anyways, we'll get to that. So while we're here, we have to do this because our channel sponsor is here. And the main reason why this channel and a handful of other channels keep going as strong as they have is because of this lovely gentleman, Skits Crasher.
So here we go.
Yeah, so here we go with their stuffs and things that I've made them. And I have to redo this again. And I kind of want to do an AI version of this somehow, way, shape, or form. But Brainless and I will talk about how we can make a commercial for them that does this kind of in the same way. So here we blow. Oh my god, it's so horrible, but I love it so much. Yes, and then hello, the mangoes. How are you doing? Thank you so much. I figure this is why a lot of you tune in to us doing this, is because I do all this silly little stuff. Yeah, and poor Kitty, and totally. It was not hurt in the making of that clip. Just to let you know.
I wouldn't say that. You go run into a wall or something, like it'll hurt. They're okay, but they did get hurt.
Sure. And I have walked into many glass windows and glass doors, and don't think I don't fucking know about that.
I had a dog that did exactly that. Dog's long dead now, but you have to spend 2 days in the vet, bless him.
Oh,
yeah, he knocked himself. He concussed himself. Stupid. He saw a cat outside the a porch I built, and the door was so clean. It just he just saw it and legged at it because he was a horrible little fucker like that. But he knocked himself completely out. We got him up to vets, and he kept him in for a couple of days. Just keep an eye on him. Cost me like 800 quid. Fucker.
So the thing that I know this isn't. Anyways, like with dogs, a lot of time there's more like nozzle or like their face comes out a lot more bone structure, where cats kind of are flatter. So a lot of times cats hurt themselves,
cats are
but
more flatter.
Yeah, exactly. But dogs and I've been in a gazillion hotels that for their sliding glass door they put a fucking sticker on it, so you can.
I did that eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
Cats also have a flexible skull as well, only because they can get themselves through the tiniest of gaps.
Yeah, and so that's another thing, the difference between dogs and humans
Cats are better built than dogs for
pussy is
for
flexible. Let's put it
athletics and
that way.
stuff like that.
Pussy's flexible. Let's put it that way. Anyways, I'm sorry to
Hey,
hear
and
Mango.
if it doesn't stretch it, it'll rip. You know.
I think cats are the devil's animal. I think they do fuck all.
Obviously,
they do fuck all. They just sit there and you feed them grapes. They just sit there and do nothing. They don't come running to you. They're not happy. They just
You want to know,
feed me, bitch.
You
That's
know
what they're
why?
like. No, I'm going out for the fucking night. Fuck you.
Yeah, you know why we know they're the devil's fucking pet? Because they knock everything off of everything, dude. Duchess, my ex's cat, the one that like she was mine. Like I was her human. That's how I need to put it. I was her human. I would be like playing video games or I'd be working and stuff, and she just anything that was on the coffee table, she'd just start scooting it. She'd stop until I looked. And then scoot it, and I'm like, "Hey,
I just want attention."
And then she'd knock it off, or she would just like lay on my lap, and I just put my laptop on top of her, and I would just do work with her, just laying on me.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, let's keep blowing on with this. If anybody wants to join us, there is a link up top. If you don't see that, just ask somebody nicely, and we will send you a link. I don't know what's going on with my.
We can also just do this. I put the link in.
Do it because my Discord is like acting really weird right now for some reason. So if anybody wants to join, go ahead.
There's a brainless person posting in it, right? Really weird.
Yeah. Okay, so let's blow on with the melon heads.
But are most prominently witnessed in the Easton, Shelton, Trumbull, and Monroe area. The legend of the Melonheads holds that there was an asylum for the criminally insane erected in the mid-1800s, somewhere near the border of Trumbull and Monroe. One autumn, a group of the detained started a fire and burnt down the asylum. Afterwards, the wreckage was searched. All of the staff were identified and believed to be burnt alive, but a handful of the institutionalized were left unaccounted for. Those who escaped knew that re-entering one of the nearby towns would only lead to recapture. So rather than return to society, these misfits chose to remain extremely secluded. The risk of being caught made it near impossible to farm, so these individuals scraped by eating wildlife, which became scarce during the harsh Connecticut winters. Fearing outside contact, they quickly turned to inbreeding for procreation. The combination of cannibalism, malnutrition, and rapid inbreeding created a subspecies of human with physical deformities, mental retardation, and a penchant for violence.
That's why they have large heads for no reason.
Yeah, they became a subspecies. Fuck you.
Through inbreeding.
Once again, like we always say, citation needed, motherfucker. Like, serially, do I have a citation needed thing? I don't know if we have a citation. No, we don't have a citation needed. But, dude, totally, citation needed, motherfucker. Because, sure, that's a great fucking story, but proof, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even believe there was an insane asylum out there that burnt down. I don't even think that's true.
You know, we don't have that, but I do have this.
Also, isn't the whole planet basically inbred anyway from a couple, according to them bobblehead Christians? From Adam and Eve.
Well, hold on. It's even worse if you think about the fucking Great Flood. Technically, we're all inbred from fucking Noah and fucking his douche.
Yeah, but he was inbred from Adam and Eve.
Well, no, definitely no. We definitely can go from the whole that, and then the
imagine
Canaanites
that
or whatever. Yeah. The Canaanites, and there's a handful of other things that like would consider us all inbred from each other. That doesn't make any motherfucking sense. Like literally, like what the fuck is even going on? There's no way any of that could happen.
But we all know the Bible promotes inbreeding, you know.
Hey, if I can't have sex with my sister, cousin, wife, then
it says if you're scared, your family will not, your family line will die out. Just get your dad drunk and fuck him so he gets you pregnant.
Yeah. The two daughters decided they were gonna do that, and they did that.
And
the Bible
so funny,
says
like,
it's right.
yeah, but I think it's so funny. Like, I saw someone, they were talking about books and like the book banning, and one of those interviewers said like, and what if there was a book that had a story about two daughters getting their dad drunk and having sex with him to get pregnant? Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't want that book in there. Those fuckers that have never
your Bible, you fuckers.
They bought a Bible, and like, if you open it up, you'll still have to break its back because like it's not opened. It's never been opened. Commander,
that lady was like, that's not true. That's not in the Bible. It's like, yeah, you just proved you've never read your motherfucking Bible. All you do is go to church every Sunday or whatever days, and you listen to what your pastor tells you you need to know about the Bible. Like, do you even know about the Canaanites? And or I don't remember where and blah, 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 but it's okay to have a slave as long as they're from another country and another region and they're not your blood and blah, 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 but you can only have them for 7 years. And then after that, you can...
No, you only have Jewish slaves for 7 years. You have to let them go then. Unless they get married to another slave of yours.
I thought that you could technically let them go if you wanted to in 7 years, but you had a choice. And then, like, even if they're kids, and you can keep the kids.
No.
It's so...
If they
marry.
Yeah, and if they have kids while they're your slave, those kids will be yours forever. They will forever be your slave.
That's what I was getting at. If they're blah blah blah, you have to let them go after 7 years. But
Slim,
if they're...
you last time you did read out the super chat, but did you take a shot?
I don't have any shots. Sorry.
You bloody gun.
Yeah, I know. All I have is scorpions left, so I'm sorry.
Well, Slim. Now I gotta be fair. Now I gotta be fair because Billy also just did a super chat, so that's a combined 30.
I know. If we get 10 more bucks, I'll eat a scorpion. Fuck it. So hey, Commander. And then Billy says, arrest me, but make it sexy. Go ahead and lock me up. Yeah, I'll put some furry handcuffs on you, sir, and I'll put you in a dungeon, and then wow. Anyways,
giggity.
Anyways, let's keep blowing on with this. And we're not okay with when he said the R word. Okay, just letting everybody know. I didn't remember exactly what this was about, and we are not okay with him using the R word.
No.
The infamous Velvet Street is a 1.5 mile stretch of dirt road that leads from Trumbull into Monroe. Due to its eerie atmosphere, local residents now refer to the road as Dracula Drive. Coincidentally, this stretch is heavily wooded and close to the Easton Reservoir, a perfect source for drinking water. Since the 1920s, stories of the Melonheads have popped up in the region. Megan Connell, a student from Notre Dame High School in Fairfield, Connecticut, went with a group of friends to visit Velvet Street in hopes of finding a good scare. With music blaring, the girls turned onto a narrow dirt path. About midway, they parked and switched off the engine, music, and lights. Then, Megan led her friends into the woods with the intention of finding a melonhead. The girls had not gotten very far when they heard the sound of a car starting up. A brief moment later, the horn blared, lights flashed, and the car came barreling towards them. The girls had barely noticed what was going on when they scrambled out of the way. The six watched in complete shock as Megan's car rumbled past. Inside, they could plainly see a cluster of deformed, large-headed beings. One Jeffrey Walter recounts an incident.
Okay, why do you assume that they're deformed? Why don't you just say, I found a new type of thing? That's what's really weird about this. I didn't remember exactly what this was about. But anyways, we're pretty much going to be done because I thought there was going to be a little bit more substances. But before we get there, here we go. You're welcome, everybody. Just because Billy Boy Blue says that. Here we go.
How cool would YouTube be if you opened it up one day and the Twilight Zone music going do 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 do? Imagine a world full of fuckwits. Well, they're all on YouTube.
Exactly. So, anyways, here we go. You're welcome, everybody.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Let's go shoot that fool right now. Go pick you tripping, man. Nigga, that's old news. Think about it, nigga. You've been in jail 5 years now. Man, it's only been 1,825 days. 6 hours, 13 minutes. She could have waited. Yeah, whatever. I'm just saying, why go back to jail, you know? Oh, man, I ain't worried about jail, man. What you sound like a bitch. Bitch? Man, I ain't worried about jail. Shit, man, I don't give a damn about going to jail. Nigga, take me to jail.
Take me to jail.
Shit, lock me up.
Lock me up.
Go away the key. Go
away the key.
I ain't afraid to put somebody in his
Oh, Jesus Christ, I love that so much. If you've never seen damn, what's it called? Drinking Gin and Juice in the Hood and the blood, that whatever. If you've not seen that movie, you need to see that. I will, when I can remember what it's called, I will say that or post something in the side of my chats. Dude, that's one of my favorite movies, ghetto movies, when I was growing up. Okay, so
you've got like a million favorite movies.
I know. So
and
here we go.
I've got like a million movies I've never seen.
yeah. Salary $1 million totally. Don't be a menace in South Central. Drink juice in the hood. Thank you, Skits. I knew somebody was going to say it. That is an amazing movie, especially if you've seen Friday, and all the other like inspirational ghetto movies. Like this takes the piss out of all of them. It's fucking insanely silly and stupid, and I love it so much. Okay, so let's.
I like that. I like that one. What's it called? School Dance, and Cat Williams is in the Day My Fucking Baby. You not seen that one?
Yeah, totally. Yes.
I've been here for 16 consecutive motherfucking years. Do you know what a consecutive is? That ain't my baby.
Yeah.
He might be mine, but yeah, she's fucking the guard, isn't she?
Exactly. Yeah. What is the name of that? Anyways, let's blow on with Goat Man.
Today, we're delving deep into the world of legends.
You mean Satan?
In this video, we're peeling back the layers of mystery surrounding 3 chilling tales of the enigmatic, mysterious Goat Man. We'll begin with the haunting of Old Alton Bridge, then venture into the Maryland Goatman.
It does sound like
a century-spanning tale, and finally, we'll confront the demonic Goatman. Prepare to be utterly captivated by these eerie stories, filled with creatures, curses, and unexplainable phenomena. From the spine-tingling tales of Old Alton Bridge in Texas to the heart of Maryland and the haunting Appalachian Valley, we'll journey through the murky depths of their dark histories and explore the otherworldly elements that make these legends so truly compelling. And if you enjoy exploring legends like these, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like to support our channel.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.
With more questions than answers. Let's get started. Haunting of Old Alton Bridge. In the serene town of Denton, Texas, Old Alton Bridge remains both a memorial to a dark chapter in history and a hotbed of supernatural intrigue. The bridge, often referred to as the Goatman's Bridge, stands as a haunting testament to a grim legend that continues to draw enthusiasts.
Now you can't go over it. It's actually closed.
Built in 1884, Old Alton Bridge was once an essential connection between Denton and Alton, a flourishing African-American community. However, its history took a malevolent turn in the early 20th century, leaving behind a legacy of mystery and dread. The story takes us back to the 1930s, when a goat farmer named Oscar Washburn lived near the bridge with his family. He was a well-respected and hard-working man, but his success and integrity stirred jealousy and hatred among some residents.
So you're telling me a goat farmer saw a goat man on a fucking bridge? What was the likelihood of that bullshit?
He worked hard, so he probably had a nice bit of money, a nice bit of land. He was doing well for himself, and then yeah, of course, then some fuckers get fucking jealous, fucking cunts.
Yeah, they put on a goat head and they started fucking haunting this dude or something.
I don't know. You post the video. How the fuck should I know? I'm not reading what I've got on screen. Like I could read the wiki that I've got on screen, but
I'm calling white supremacy. Yeah.
Those goddamn fucking brown people coming in here. Never mind. I don't know. But what do you have on screen that you want to read, Brainless?
No. I was just looking up the bridge, like where it is and shit.
Is it not in service anymore?
I don't know.
because I think they built a bridge right next to it or something that they actually use now, and I don't think it is a working bridge. It's still a bridge, but I don't think you can go across it other than on foot. But I could be wrong. But let's get into this part. We'll do one of these goat men, and then we'll go to the other things because I have like 20 other things. I really want to get into the Michelin Man cryptid, if you, anyways, the State Puff Marshmallow Man cryptid. Let's put it that way. Two references that eventually.
When did that one started showing up? About the time that about around the time that Ghostbusters came out?
No, it actually came out around the time that Michelin Man made their mascot, the white tire man.
Yeah.
The weird eyes and stuff, and so people started seeing this in a certain town after that came out. So we'll get to that in a minute.
Fueled by racism and bigotry, a mob descended upon the Washburn home one fateful night, lynching Oscar from the very bridge that now bears his name. This horrific act of violence left the Washburn family in ruins. In the wake of Oscar's tragic death, a malevolent energy seemed to infest the area. Reports of strange occurrences multiplied, unexplained noises in the night, apparitions, and an overwhelming sense of being watched while crossing the bridge. Whispers of a vengeful spirit took hold, believed to be Oscar Washburn's restless soul. Yet, the legend of Old Alton Bridge delves deeper into the supernatural realm. The Goat Man, a creature born from the merging of Oscar's tormented spirit and a goat from his farm, became a central figure in the eerie tales.
Wait, his ghost had sex with a goat? I'm sorry, his ghost had sex with a goat, and somehow it made this? Is that what they're trying to fucking...
This is the Bible, isn't it? This is the Bible all over again.
Yeah, exactly, Timothy.
Described as having a goat's head on a human body, with glowing eyes and cloven hooves, the Goatman was believed to be a guardian of the bridge and its tragic history.
Why?
Today, Old Alton Bridge continues to attract curious enthusiasts, paranormal investigators, and thrill seekers eager to experience its eerie aura. Some visitors claim to have witnessed strange phenomena, unearthly sounds, ghostly...
No, what happened is the town has adapted this, and they do make it an attraction. There are a lot of people that go there to see this, but nothing ever fucking happens. Nobody recently has ever seen anything on this motherfucking bridge that they can account with all of the modern video and audio equipment.
Yeah, I wouldn't go there just for that, but like if I'm in the area and I was like, oh yeah, cool, let's go check it out. But
it's like 20 miles away from the town, and it's like not easy to get to. But anyways, there have been recent audio clips that people have gotten from something that sounds like a weird goat yelling into the forest, but like it's easy to fake all of that shit.
Apparitions and inexplicable occurrences that defy explanation. The bridge serves as a stark reminder of the lingering injustices of the past and the enduring power of legends. Intriguingly, the bridge's dark history is accompanied by tales of individuals who ventured too close and mysteriously vanished, never to be seen again. Whether these disappearances are the work of a vengeful spirit...
They say that's happened, but it's never actually happened. We don't have any documentation of people actually going missing from this bridge. It's just
vengeful spirit.
Yeah, or that, or any proof of it other than fucking teenagers getting drunk and high and going there and seeing like an owl or something and going, it's a goat man, and running away. I mean,
the Goat Man, or simply the product of an overactive imagination, remains a mystery.
Exactly.
Old Alton Bridge remains a place where the past and the paranormal intersect, inviting all who dare to explore its haunted and enigmatic legacy. The Maryland Goatman.
Okay. I want to just
the bridge is a national registered historical place.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, but
the town did that.
It's like anywhere in the world. Look at like Loch Ness, for example.
Yeah,
that's a massive tourist industry. Even though Inverness itself in Scotland is beautiful. But everyone around the world zone in on Loch Ness because of the monster.
Yeah.
And this is it. The same with Bigfoot, the Yeti, you know, people go to these areas in Tibet or Nepal, wherever it's been spotted, all around that bottom layer of the Himalayas, because of the Yeti. And the same with everything. All of this nonsense. But people go there. They make legends out of these areas. And they make them into tourist attractions, and it's good for the town.
Yeah,
Well,
because
obviously they don't exist, but it is good for the town. It's good community talk as well.
a lot of these small little villages, towns, and other places would be non-existent today if they didn't have a tourism hook, line and sinker, which is most of the time these cryptids, and or like Area 51, the towns around there, everything's fucking UFO. When you drive 10 miles around Area 51, every town, every gas station, every shop, everything, there's fucking UFO everything. You can buy a UFO meat pie or a pie or a UFO pizza, or it's tourist attractions.
Do they also have UFO butt plugs or dildos?
Yeah, exactly. Because aliens like to anally probe. So you have those.
They'll probably sell probes.
Well, it's not even just like legends like monsters. I mean, look at that Route 66. I know it's a highway now from St. Louis or Chicago right the way down to. I know it's full on highway, but the old Route 66 is just full all day long of attractions. It'd take you months to get down there if you visited them all. Because of the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that that's also like the longest highway that you can go from one end of the country to the other, right?
Yeah.
That's basically it, right? Hey Jasper.
Yeah. Hey Jasper. My favorite place on Route 66 is the Roadkill Cafe, and they sell you I don't think they can actually use a possum, raccoon, or skunks or squirrels, but they do have dishes that say that they are, and yeah. That was my favorite place on Route 66 was the Roadkill Cafe. Anyways, let's keep blowing on with this. And these are 4 scary Colorado horror stories. And this is where I live, is Colorado. So this is why I like this one so much. So here we blow. And I will be right back. I need to grab a burr. Okay. So I will stop this as soon as.
That's why you're drunk in the afternoon.
Yes, exactly. So me, because I have to do all of this for all of you. Imagine all the research I have to do to get these things. I have to definitely be drunk in the afternoon to fucking. Anyways, here we blow.
Did you ever be drunk enough to use that link?
Looks like today we're going to be going on a Rocky Mountain hike.
No, I have not.
Hey, we're going to be sharing some creepy and allegedly true horror stories from Colorado. Welcome back to the swamp, my friends, and welcome if you're new. It's good to see you made it back for another episode. As always, if you're new to the swamp, why not join us by hitting that subscribe button? And if you haven't yet, be sure to start this video off by hitting that like, because it helps us out a ton. If you have a story that you would like to share in a future episode, be sure to submit it at swampdweller.net or the email you can find in the description down below. I'm always looking for new, creepy, and fresh stories to share with everyone in the swamp. Now, without further ado,
tell them about
jump
Slim.
right into these creepy and allegedly true horror stories
creepy
from the
and
great
weird
state
and
of
from Colorado.
Just before we jump into these stories, though, swamp folk, today's episode was sponsored by my good friends over at Talk.
Okay, blah 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 blah.
Blah
blah blah blah blah. Go to here
for a long time.
Slim,
Anyway,
Brainless is posting that link again, man. He's going to get you demonetized forever.
Yeah, totally.
It's just the link to Twitter.
I can't believe
horror. It's horror.
I can't believe Twitter still lets that be a thing. And why did they keep it up? I don't even know. Why did they keep it up? What the fuck is the purpose?
Twitter is one of the places where you can really advertise your OnlyFans and shit like that.
Yeah,
and you can just post and you can find all sorts of porn on there, from what I've heard.
Yeah, I know.
It's not my place to go for porn, but yeah.
And supposedly you can watch beheadings and shootings and a handful of other things.
Oh, but but you can find that everywhere.
Well, it's way worse supposedly on X, and we should just call it Twatter, because I don't really like calling it the
what. Yeah, Twatser.
That's what they call it on DOJ and a couple other of GTA servers that do gameplay. It's called twat. Well, even on GTA Online, right? It's called Twatter, right? Not Twitter.
I don't know if they have it.
Yeah. I think they played off the name.
No, that's called True Social.
Yeah, sure, exactly. All right, here we go.
Small town called Durango in Colorado. I was
I've been
about
there
somewhere
many
between
times.
7 and 10 years old when this happened. Me and my family were visiting an old train roundhouse museum. My parents and my older brother left to check the car for something, but I don't remember what it was, but I was alone for just a few minutes. I was just enjoying having the place to myself, to be honest. I started to explore until I saw an old green sleeper car, but there was something strange about it. There was a dim light that was like from a candle or an oil lamp emanating from
There was a
within.
hobo living in it.
So, being curious, I walked closer to the car until I found myself in front of the driver's side door. But when I looked at the car, there was a woman wearing a white dress. Her skin was pale, and she looked to be in her early 20s. She had brown or dirty blonde hair. I really couldn't tell due to there being little light from whatever light source.
And when you turned around and turned back, all of it was gone. And you asked if anybody had seen it, and they hadn't seen it. Yeah, we've heard this story fucking before, not just.
No, you
in
haven't.
This, like,
no, you haven't.
The car. Then she looked at me and waved at me. Being a little kid, I waved back, and then I turned away for just a few.
Wait, would you have not have waved back to her if you were an adult? Why the fuck did you say that? You weirdo! Like, I'll wave at anybody.
Depends on how cute she is.
I started to feel cold, but when I looked back, she was gone. I swear it was like she just disappeared in thin air.
Yep.
I remember that I got really scared and ran to the entrance to the museum roundhouse. There, I saw a staff member walking to the museum. I ran to him and started crying that a lady just disappeared in front of me. He looked at me with a surprised face and told me that a ghost haunts that sleeping car. Apparently, back in the late 1800s, a firefighter team were going on a trip somewhere, and they were using that old sleeper car. One of those firefighters had brought their girlfriend along for the trip. She was the only woman on that train, and a fight broke out because they all wanted her or something like that. The boyfriend died in that fight, and afterward, the girlfriend killed herself. It's been said that her spirit seeks vengeance to murder.
That's
Police
a fucking
boss.
thing.
Okay. So, like a family of firefighters, because firefighters, their family.
Yes.
One brings their girlfriend along, and they all like, ooh, I want to fuck. We all want to fuck her. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Story is that? Well, I don't know what when did they say it was, like how long ago, but like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
don't lust for your neighbor's wife.
Well, and firefighters are normally the more compassionate people because they go and save people's lives. They go risk their lives.
They are some of the badassest people out there.
Yeah, they
they regularly risk their life for to save other people.
Exactly. Totally.
Yeah.
They also train paramedics, don't forget, especially in America.
Yeah, especially in America.
Again, they're there to actually save people's lives or to stop whatever, I mean,
that is separate, but yeah.
Okay, so anyways.
Whoever killed her boyfriend. And after that, my parents found me. The staff member explained what happened to my parents. I've been in that museum a couple of times, but that was the only experience that I've ever had that really freaked me out.
Yeah, because then you were a little boy.
With an imagination.
Yeah, okay.
And it probably happened the other way around. That he first got told that thing was haunted, and then he saw it.
Did he check the area for gas leaks?
I mean, once again,
and again, it's America, and like especially Colorado, like you don't need a gas leak there for people to be weird.
Well, the thing is,
this sort of thing all spawns from the Bible, obviously. All these stuff, Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, all of that stuff, all this fiction, all spawns from, the insanity of what is the Bible, all these made up creatures and fictions. But hey, we wouldn't have great fiction if it wasn't for the Bible. So we'll give it that.
And the other thing is, it could have been a lady that worked for the museum that fucking does that. She dresses up like a lady and puts on white makeup, and she stands places, waves at people, and then kind of disappears into or around. I mean, there's so many other explanations than that. That is a fucking thing that happens. That there is a and why did she fall? Why, instead of being a ghost in the place she was murdered, why did she follow the fucking van for no reason? So again, none of these things make sense when they're like, this house is haunted because a lady got hung downtown and she lived here and blah blah blah. And you're like, well, why did her ghost go back to this place? Or why, if you say they're stuck in certain places or they're only haunting blah blah blah, why did they change? Where's the connectivity to where they were and they died and then they found their way back home and then they now only want to be here, even though if you were stuck in limbo on this earth, why would you not travel the world if you can go anywhere? Why would you just sit in the fucking one place and haunt people?
No, they're bound to one place. They cannot leave.
But that doesn't. But again, these stories don't make sense in that aspect because they die in a different place, but then they're bound to this other place that's later.
Yeah, because they got strong emotional connection to that place that tethers them to that place.
Sure.
Why don't we ever see caveman ghosts?
Slim, how do I have to explain that to you?
Yeah, why don't we see caveman ghosts? Why do we only see certain
black ghosts? You don't see black ghosts either.
No, and it's always like a famous person or something weird.
We just talked about that goat man. That was a person of color.
Yeah, but he had the goat's head.
Yeah, but it wasn't the ghost. But technically, there's a lot of things where like it's only specific and it doesn't make sense. Anyways, let's blow on with. Here is the Michelin.
Oh no! Oh, Rev, no! Yes. Oh, he's licking it.
Wait, you clicked it!
Fuck it out! No! Close that shit up. Fuck you, brainless.
Why did you click on it?
You dirty bastard. Well, you said don't click and I'm a child.
Jesus. Okay, anyway.
Fuck it out. He was licking it out. Oh, no.
I know. It's so horrible.
Fucking out. No, I'm never going to sleep again.
That's the whole fucking reason why I put don't click, because there's always people annoying enough to click.
Well, you put don't click. I'm a child. I'm fucking going to click, aren't I?
Well, there you go.
That was my goal, dog.
Oh, no, what the fuck? Now, what have I just seen? No, fuck that.
Hey, dog.
No, fuck you, man.
Tonight.
Fuck you.
Okay, so,
he was licking it out. Oh, yeah.
Anyways, let's keep going. That's him. Active desk.
Hello, everybody. Shrouded Hand here. I've covered some weird stuff on this channel, but even for me, this might be one of the weirdest. The Michelin Man. He's pretty unthreatening, sort of a friendly marshmallow person. But what if I told you a number of people have reported seeing an entity which they describe as looking exactly like the Michelin Tire Man? I first heard about this phenomenon in a book called Trucker Ghost Stories by Annie Wilder. In it, she relates something that happened to her back in 1985. If you listen to my last Spooky Stories to Fall Asleep to video, you'll have heard this already, but I'll briefly relate the details of the events. Annie Wilder was driving from North Dakota to Minnesota with her sister and two brothers in the car. Because it was a long journey, Annie and her brother took turns driving. Not long after heading off, they drove into a massive blizzard, which made driving really treacherous, but instead of stopping, they just kept driving through the night. Later the next morning...
What?
The Michelin Man.
They took turns at their brother? No, sorry.
Yeah, that's exactly what they said. Yes, and that is Jasper, Shrouded Hand.
After dropping off one of her brothers, Annie was at the wheel driving the last few hours on the I-95. It was about 4 a.m. She was sleep-deprived and half-blinded by the constant whirling, hypnotic snow.
Oh, so we totally should fucking take into account whatever she fucking comes up with next, because she's fucking dehydrated, sleep deprived, and probably hangry and or needing a rest for sure. And it's 4 a.m. in the morning. But let's totally believe the story that she tells.
At this point, her sister is asleep in the passenger seat next to her, and her brother is sleeping on the back
exactly.
seat. Up ahead on the road, she sees the red lights of an articulated lorry, and as she pulls closer, she sees at first what she takes to be a bundle of rags or a loose tarp flapping on the back of the truck. But as she gets closer still, she sees that it's actually the Michelin Man hanging onto the back of the truck, attached by what looked like handcuffs or a metal claw on the end of his arm.
No, it couldn't have been the first thing that she thought of.
Oh fuck! That is so awesome. I love that trucker because they just actually had like a figure on the back of their truck. I'm pretty sure she did see that, but it was not a living creature.
Just wait till you hear what happens, though. This is where it gets more sketchy. But no, honestly, the first thing that they said was it was something tied to the back that was making a certain motion that looks like a something. Maybe they did. Maybe you're right there, Brainless. Maybe they did have something that was tied to the back. But honestly, I think it was a flapping something else that her brain, being in this state,
a flapping something else.
Yeah, she was fapping. She was fapping.
She even sees his cartoon face looking back and smiling at her.
So
even stranger still, she notices that the Michelin Man is moving. He keeps looking ahead, then turning back to look at her, and then he waves his arms in a motion as if to say, "Come on, come on." Now, you might say that a sleep-deprived and highly stressed person driving into a hypnotic...
He was hanging on the back of the truck because he was cuffed to the truck, but yet he still made hand gestures?
Again, this doesn't make any sense. And to somebody who is, like they're saying, sleep deprived, could be hungry and or dehydrated.
Angry? Yeah.
Angry, then like I've taken a lot of hallucinogens. I've done a lot of drugs. I've put myself in different situations. I didn't sleep for 3 days straight, and something else, I don't remember what it was, but I started hallucinating like a motherfucker with no drugs in me.
I've not been hallucinating yet, but I've been sleep deprived for quite a few weeks now.
Well, yes. I know. But I'm
going to be sleep deprived forever now.
Yeah, well, yeah, now, yeah, you can't get that out of your mind. But
I can't see that shit.
I have gotten myself into seeing hallucinations and to doing things like when I stayed up for. Well, see, I supposedly, if I can remember this properly, and maybe I don't, I stayed up for 2 weeks straight taking LSD. And dude, the hallucinations and how insane your brain gets after a while. Maybe it was a week and a half. I don't know. And maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Because of how high I was. I don't know. And then I did a bunch of fucking meth. And after a couple days, and I was trying to unalive myself when I was a young teen, older teen, let's put it that way. Maybe I was 22. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But I actually saw demons and devils out of my peripheral that kept trying to attack me. And every time I looked at them, they went away. I was sitting there and I was talking with my brother and 3 other friends, and I blinked my eyes and they were gone. I was talking to myself. I was in the middle of a sentence.
Were you partying with Cyrax?
Totally, exactly.
And, but Slim, what does doing calculations have to do with hallucinating? You were doing math.
Totally. I was doing complex mathematics while I was smoking meth. No, I'm just kidding. But so I understand what it's like to be out of your brain for multiple different reasons, right? You can be sleep deprived, you can be dehydrated, you can be hungry or starving, you can be on drugs, you could like let's say they were drinking Red Bulls all the whole time. And you're sleep deprived, you're gonna start fucking seeing crazy shit too. Like, we don't know the whole fucking reason why, and they actually do explain it earlier. All of those things put together, you're gonna hallucinate. If you do those things and you don't hallucinate, there's something wrong with you as a human being at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm lucky I'm not a human being.
Yeah, that's why I'm half. But yeah, you do some of the best. You come up with the craziest scenarios and things when you are sleep deprived, dehydrated, or like when I go and do my shows.
You do writing?
When I go and do my the beginning of when I was doing Sideshow and I would do my shows, I would get off stage and I could not think for 20 minutes straight. My body threw me into such shock that I literally would just like stand there for like 20 minutes in the green room and just like look at the wall, because your body is like, what the hell, right? I had a promoter. I had a promoter come up to me right after I got off stage, and she's like, "Okay, we need blah 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 at the door, and we're gonna split." And I went, "Whoa! What the fuck are numbers?" I literally was like, everything you just said was fucking foreign language to me. Can you wait until I can think straight for me to like us to go over this, or you just take care of it? I'm like, you just do what you need to do. I can't you told me all these numbers, and even though it was 300 plus 50, I was like, that doesn't make that's not even comprehensible to me right now. You know what I'm saying? So just those
Slim, that had nothing to do with that. You just can't do math for shit.
Well, definitely.
Oh no, sorry. Now I'm mixing you up with Mango.
But no, I'm not great.
I know that. I know that made her squeak. That made her squeak.
And like the first time that I pierced my cheeks with guitar strings live on stage and pulled them out, I went into so much, my body threw me into so much shock that like same difference. I went and like was out of my brain for about 30 minutes. I was not there. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, people. I'm called brainless, but he's the stupidest one.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree.
Yes. And the fun thing about that is I played Freebird after I pierced my cheeks with guitar strings.
Well, lucky you didn't play Red Dead Redemption 2. You're shit at that.
Yeah, I'm horrible at playing Red Dead. Exactly, similar. You're right, dog. So here we blow.
Snowstorm might simply be hallucinating, but then her sister woke up and said, "Do you see that marshmallow man on the back of the truck?" They followed the truck for about 2 hours, so this wasn't some brief sighting, and they both talked together about what they were seeing. Eventually, they drove off the I-95 and lost sight of him, but she's been mystified by the sighting ever since.
So it most likely was a fucking thing that looked like that caricature that was put on the back of there, and they were all saying. And once again,
if that is around the time that they started using that mascot, you will be seeing it everywhere. And
and
we all know that truckers love putting shit on the truck, right, Commander?
Yeah, and once again, she saw it and agreed to seeing it, but did she see it turn around and waved at her while it was chained to it somehow and keep looking back and forth? No, that's not part of the story. It's only that the sister woke up and agreed to seeing something like that on the truck, because the way that it was worded was only the first person, the driver, saw it. Otherwise, they would have said later on, everybody woke up and saw it fucking moving around like it was a humanoid being.
As far as Michelin Man encounters go, it sounds like Annie Wilder met the friendly modern-day tire man, which is lucky for her because the Michelin Man used to be kind of terrifying. Did you know that his real name is Bibendum, short for Nunc est Bibendum, a Latin phrase that translates as
that's what it looked like originally.
Now is the time to drink, which is kind of weird for a car tire mascot. Early attempts to create a Bibendum suit were pretty horrifying, as were the promotional figurines.
So once again, they made a handful of these fucking costumes and outfits for multiple reasons, for promotions and advertisement. So
I have to admit, that is fucking terrifying. Even that one.
Totally is. Yeah, no, totally. So seeing these things around at the time was a common thing. So, duh.
I mean, look at this one. Why have they made him look like he's drinking blood from a giant vat? I don't know. And did you know that in the early days, the Michelin Man spent most of his time smoking cigars and kicking shit out of people? Look at this one. POV getting kicked in the face by Bibendum wearing leopard print underpants.
Oh,
How about this? A giant Michelin Man controlling the human population like puppets. Here's one that'll give you nightmares. Michelin Man's just stabbed 3 mummies to death and he's stamping on the neck of another as it pleads for its life. And it's Roman times, which means he must be at least 1,500 years old today. Now, I'm not saying that the Michelin Man is some kind of ancient, undying, eldritch abomination. That would be against YouTube's terms of service. What I am saying is, meeting the Michelin Man might seem like fun and games until you realise that you could be meeting this thing.
Yeah, I think this is just a joke.
It literally means to be drunk. Like, what the fuck? So they've been promoting drunk driving? What the fuck?
I mean, oh my god. Okay, we have to do this.
Yeah, I saw that title. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, you're welcome, everybody.
Is that security monitor that you're talking about?
Yeah.
He's kind of a bum lizard, if you know what I mean.
He's totally one. This is of the first sighting of security monitor lizard. I'm not supposed to show this, but I'll get vaporized by the Lizard People of Federation later. But anyways, here we go.
The following video deals with mature subject matter which may not be suitable for younger children. Your discretion is advised.
I can watch anything.
It's because we talk about butts. Oh, anyways, so here we go.
Whenever I read through an ethnological treatise on one of Canada's First Nations, or the
Jesus!
Whoa!
Yeah, no, yeah, we gotta slow that down. Okay.
writings of some bygone Canadian frontiersmen,
I got it.
I invariably come across references to bizarre superstitions once held by Canadian natives. Many of these pertain to witchcraft, love potions, remedies for curses, and precautions against evil medicine being common motifs. Others are woven into puberty rituals, in which teenage girls prevent themselves from accidentally harming other band members with the strange otherworldly power with which they were supposed to be imbued.
Which doesn't make sense.
Others still are intense fears of certain animals, which modern man generally considers innocuous. The latter belief is rendered especially bizarre when considered alongside the fact that Canada's pre-modern Indigenous peoples, who relied on the land for sustenance, were necessarily experts on the flora and fauna that pervaded their territories.
But they can still have
Is it possible that the subjects of such fears are rare but real animals, of which Canada's native peoples were justifiably afraid?
No, everyone.
In
was
this
just
piece,
fucking
we
high
will
on
take
the
a
plant life. Everyone was off their head on the plant life. They saw these things.
Well, and that too. Yeah, no, they were on peyote. Even
but we all know like stuff like that. Like those elders like sometimes had it's hard to explain why certain things are bad for you, like why certain plants poison you or whatever. But like
sure.
That scaring people from staying away from those kinds of animals can still prevent them from dying. So
yeah, but listen to this, and I get what you're saying, but this is not one of those cases, Brainless. Just wait.
Probably not.
In his 1900 ethnological treatise on the Thompson Indians of south-central British Columbia, Scots-Canadian anthropologist James Tate wrote, "All kinds of snakes, toads, frogs, lizards, insects, and shellfish are looked upon with abhorrence and disgust by the average Indian. The small black lizard is held in dread. It is said that if it sees a person, it will follow his tracks, and in the nighttime will overtake him, and crawl into his anus and eat his intestines."
Yes, you heard that right. That's exactly what they do.
No, he won't eat it. He'll just fuck you up the ass. What?
What
demon
animal
snake.
can do that? There's no. Anyways, it gets even funnier after this.
Well, you do know how to protect
Indians,
yourself from that,
therefore,
right?
when they have
You can put
If
a
you
butt plug
swallow
in there.
a fork,
see one
no,
of
if you
them.
swallow a fork with pins first, you got guards. Yeah.
Sure.
light a fire in their tracks, or
Don't
jump
fucking
over the campfire 4 times when they get home. It is said that the lizard will always turn back from fire, of which it has a great dread.
What munch lizards?
Tate was not the only anthropologist to describe this horrific reptile, nor were the Thompsons the only native group who believed in its existence. In his
Here we
report on the
go.
ethnology of the Statlam of British Columbia, published in the 1905 issue of the Journal of the Anthropological Institute of Great Britain and Ireland, English ethnologist and folklorist Charles Hill Tout described a similar belief held by the Statlam, or Lillooet Indians, another interior Salish people, whose territory lies west of Thompson Country. The small red lizard, he wrote, was much dreaded by the Statlam, who regarded it in much the same light as the Haida did the mouse. They believed that it entered a man through his nostrils and ate up his heart and liver, and thus killed him.
So a lizard sneaks its way through your sinus cavity to eat your heart and your liver, because that's the easiest way to get your heart and your liver is your fucking nose.
Well, that they didn't know much about the internals of a body.
Well, obviously, duh.
But
Why
I'm
are
even
they
surprised
guessing?
that they know about what a liver is. You know.
That's what
But
I'm saying,
also, it still again if that is a poisonous creature, you want the people that follow you that don't understand
away from it.
what it is. Yeah, you want them to stay away from that thing.
Yeah, totally.
Well, you've got that is it the spine fish in South America? I don't know what it's called, but it swims up your peak and does you, mate. It just kills you.
Oh yeah, I know someone that had that.
So yes, totally. This is a superstition put out there to not get poisoned by a certain type of animal, and or you tell children to not go and into the lake after the sun goes down, because the swamp monster is going to get you. Because normally if you go swimming in the water during night, you're more likely to die because of blah blah blah, so it's just warning things that people will do to make it so hopefully you don't kill your tribe or the people in your tribe with these superstitious
nonsense
monsters. Yeah, totally. So here we blow.
To illustrate this belief, Hill Tout included a story told to him by a Lillooet elder. While on a hunting trip with a partner, the story goes, a Lillooet hunter separated from his companion and headed up a rocky beach. After some time, he came to a spot where the stones were stained with some yellow substance. Believing that he had unwittingly stumbled upon a lizard colony, the hunter fled the area and rejoined his companion, to whom he relayed his suspicion. Both men agreed that it would be wise to leave the area as quickly as possible, and headed in the opposite direction without delay. They traveled all day and all night without stopping to rest, fearing that the lizards were on their trail.
How were they from their fucking camp?
When he returned home, the man who had stumbled upon the lizard den related his adventure to his family and told his wife and children to watch.
So they thought they saw something that was a thing, but it really wasn't a thing, and somehow that was a... Never mind. Let me just see what's the other... Well, no, literally, it's just gonna be them talking about not... But let's get into this one. Yeah.
When comparing Boaz's original handwritten transcription of the story, which was written in the language of the Squamish storyteller, to his own German translation, Bouchard and Kennedy discovered that the term which Boaz interpreted as salamander appears to be the name for a particular reptile, which Hulkamalum linguist Brent Galloway identified as probably the Pacific giant salamander and or northern alligator lizard. The association which Boaz's informant made between the dreaded pethel and the alligator lizard.
I used to actually catch and breed these, or catch them, and I used to have a bunch of these around.
No. This is what the snakes were before God punished them.
Yeah, totally.
Wow, what a
were telling
beautiful
me this
animal.
first.
They are beautiful.
They are. They hurt like a mug when they bite you. The only thing that sucks about alligator lizards is when they bite you, their jaw locks sometimes, and you actually have to kill the animal to get it off of you. The alligator lizards that we had in the Californias, where they're talking about, I don't know 100% exactly if it's the same species or the same version.
Poop eating lizard? What?
I have had a handful of these lizards. It almost looks the same on the screen. Attached to my hands and fingers, and I actually have scars across my fingers from getting bitten by these animals because I was a weirdo and I liked picking up animals.
Slim?
Yeah.
Little backtrack. You said was. That is past.
No, I am a complete weirdo.
Thank you.
So anyways,
thank you for the clarification, good sir.
I think with a little bit of therapy, you can be normal.
No, don't give him therapy for that. I love him this way.
I've already been through with years and years and years and years of therapy, and they kick me out of the office just like CC, and they're like, "We can't fucking save you." Anyways, let's keep going on.
Save you from what?
Incidentally evokes a strange discovery made in the Canadian Cascades, not far from the traditional haunts of the Squamish, Lillooet, and Thompson Indians. In 1915, while prospecting in the mountains near British Columbia's Chilliwack Lake, south of the Fraser River, Charles Flood of New Westminster, or Vancouver, BC, and Donald McRae and Green Hicks of Agassiz, British Columbia, encountered several animals not yet recognized by the scientific community.
Yeah, that's what happens when you go into a place for the first time and you're actually like documenting animals that you're seeing, other than the locals telling you of the animals that are around. You're totally gonna find new shit, you fucking weirdos.
Charles Flood described this adventure in a 1957 statement, writing, "Green Hicks, a half-breed Indian, told McRae and me a story. He claimed he had seen alligators at what he called Alligator Lake, and wild humans at what he called Cougar Lake. Out of curiosity, we went with him.
He saw a bunch of old ladies at Cougar Lake, and that, never mind, that's something different.
He had been there a week previously looking..."
What?
Well, what is a half-breed Indian? I don't get that.
So he
mixed race.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Wow.
Yeah, it's told in. He is reading a story told in the old world way, so he didn't. He's translating it, or he's reading it from the way that it was written back then, which of course, obviously, is very.
Where everyone was a fucking racist, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's very fucking racist, and they weren't using words properly, especially the white men that went into those areas to document this stuff. And so he just read it the way that it was written. And
isn't even the word Indian to Native Americans, that's racist now, isn't it? I would have thought
no, totally. No, you should say native here. I mean, you don't even have to say Native American. You just say native, because if they're here, that's why.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, anyways, that's why I just say native. And like, I've said this before, and I don't know how. I'm sure almost everybody here has heard this. I was a Native American. I was a fancy dancer in powwows, and then we did rendezvous for 2 weeks in the mountains where you could not bring any technology.
You had rendezvous?
Yeah, we could. You could not bring any. You cannot bring any technology that existed after 1836. So we lived for 2 weeks in the woods, like the pioneers or wilderness people and,
like
and natives and stuff. Yeah, I spent 2 weeks straight in a 10-pole teepee. So that just shows you like how.
I would have loved that.
Into that.
I would have loved something like that. I would love something like that, to do something like that.
It was fucking amazing. Once a year, going and living in the wilderness, like old
like
world
a boss.
ways. Yeah. And the thing was, we were an adventure troop through the Boy Scouts, and so we're a handful of the everybody else was involved with that. And so what would happen is Boy Scout troops would pay money to come, and they would walk through, and we teach them how to cook, how to shoot bow and arrows, how to shoot flintlock weapons, black powder, and how to tell the different fauna and flora and the different plants around the area, and how to like knit, how to like start a fire and all that stuff, old world way. So it was amazing, not just living that, but we taught 200 kids a day how to do all this amazing stuff. Use how to sharpen a knife with a stone and a handful of other things. Like, it was amazing.
I think more kids need that sort of education.
Everybody should go through that some way, shape, or form. Just like I believe everybody should be a server or in the service industry for at least a couple weeks. I always say 2 months, but a couple weeks. If you know what it's like to be a server, running food, somebody, then you're going to be more down to earth. You're going to understand what it's like to have somebody waiting on you, and you're not going to be a douche nozzle about it.
And you will stop mistreating serving people.
Yeah, exactly. You understand tipping. And I know tipping is
no.
I don't think it's about money.
Tipping is not, that's not understandable. Pay your fucking people a living wage.
I know, I get you, but
especially your wages.
The tip is an extra, a bonus. That's not what you live of.
Unfortunately,
when are you fucking Americans getting that through your thick skull?
I know.
Sorry.
And I know, and I wish we were on the same page about that. But that's the other thing, is in the Americas, everybody's getting paid nil amount of money if they work for tips. And that is a horrible thing. And that's why I tip. And that's another thing that in the Americas, people should understand how the service industry works. Because unfortunately, we're not going to change that very soon. Hey, ANA.
So but this is it. This should be like forced into children, I believe. Because don't forget, you've got GTA 6 coming out this year, so teenagers are just going to disappear off the face of the earth, because they're just going to be locked indoors for a couple of years. But this is it. Exactly. This should be sort of like force. Like people have to do 2 years like service for their country. In a lot of countries, they have to do 2 years service, and it's it's mandatory.
Yeah, exactly.
I think this sort of because we used to do it when we were kids. We used to go to Wales with our schools, and we'd learn all about the wildlife, stuff like that. We used to go to these camps. We used to call them prison camps, but they weren't. They were a lot like a prison camp. But we learn all of this stuff.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
for
sure.
Yeah, we go and watch animals be born, and get involved and things like that. It was great.
Yeah,
and more kids need this. I think a lot of kids need this all over the world. Whether
Yeah, and sure, even if it's like just a school puts you in like a kind of internship for like 2 weeks or a month, or even if it's just if you have like 2 months and like you do 1 day a week, you work, and like in a service industry, like no matter what,
at least once in your life, they should make you work the middle stall. I'm just kidding. Anyways, let's keep going on with this. But yes, there's people need more experience.
You got to do that. You got to get them to do that. Never mind.
Yeah.
One lizard passes through the brown dimension.
In college, you should have to work the middle stall at least once. Anyways, so, hey,
You should
D,
get
how
the
are
big
you
D.
Yeah. So here we go. Let's keep blowing on with this. The bum lizard is passing through dimension just like Bigfoot. Exactly. That's exactly what's happening.
Looking for a fur trap line. Sure enough, we saw his alligators, but they were black, twice the size of lizards in a small mud lake. Flood went on to describe how the three men continued to Cougar Lake, where they saw
that's where they had
a
sex
large
with the
light brown
milfs.
creature about 8 feet high, standing on its hind legs, standing upright, pulling the berry bushes with one hand or paw toward him, and putting
bear?
berries in his mouth with the other hand or paw.
Yeah,
West
bear.
across the Georgia Strait from Squamish Country lies Vancouver Island, the western half of which was once the domain of the Nootka Indians. These people have their own stories about dangerous reptiles, which
I don't think these are cryptids. This is just the way
I know. No, I get
native
it.
people describe the animals, but like they're still cool stories. But yeah.
Yeah, once again, this is just amphibians that they're talking about that are fucking regular. Just
Yeah,
because you're a white person from England and you've never seen a large salamander doesn't mean it's not fucking real.
We've got similar creatures here.
Totally.
We've got newts. We call them newts. They're similar to similar in size as well to your gecko.
He's a newt.
Yeah, and then in Asia, there are the huge versions of them, and there are some that are actually a meter long of these amphibious stuffs. But we'll talk about those later, and there's real stories of that thingies and bobbers. Is there a lot of mythology behind it in the ancient cultures? Fuck yeah, of course there is. But we know now that they're just giant versions of these things and stuffs.
which anthropologist Philip Drucker touched on briefly in his 1951 ethnological treatise on the northern and central Nootkan tribes. Small snakes of the gutter snake
they're on
type,
totem poles,
Drucker wrote, pointing out that there are no poisonous snakes on Vancouver Island, were dreaded.
Vancouver.
To find a den of them was especially dangerous.
But did they actually find that, or did they think they found it? Because it's kind of what we saw earlier is it's saying that they may have found something. But okay, so here is this. This is a wild cryptid, and this is the best footage that I have of a cryptid in the wild.
The best CGI.
Yeah, this has been debunked the shit out of.
Yeah, no, it's a guy in a suit. They have 3 suits. These people, they literally just get in these suits and they just walk around. They have
this looks like movie
people.
props.
Yeah, no, they have them.
Demon Lord, did you make these?
So
it's
so
like
here we
Titan
go.
the robot.
Okay. Now I mentioned that again. Like Demon, I'm really, really jealous of your job because you've got such an awesome job.
It is. I'd love to be one of these things. But my legs don't work, so yeah, fuck that.
So here's one of their costumes that they have.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then let's go back, and then here's them in the suit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think we've seen these before.
Yeah, no, we showed
awesome.
them one more, and like I said, there's 3 of them that they have 3 suits. Oh, 4 suits now. Okay. So here is them just in their suits, and then they go around and just pretend to be cryptids.
That's got to be fucking tiring.
These are the ultimate trolls, are they not? Because people will say, "Well, fuck, I've seen this." Unlike the real monsters, like Bigfoot, who obviously he can't be seen with the naked eye, and he's obviously got some sort of magnetic thing that just fucks around with photography. So if you take his picture, it's all blurry and shit.
No, they can only be seen through really horrible quality cameras.
Well, no, they give off this magnetism. It's like I don't know. It affects it digital and normal film as well. It just makes it all blurry.
Yeah,
and it makes Bigfoot actually about 5'11", something like that.
Yeah, that big
makes him look like a guy in a suit.
What? That's actually quite big if you got feet that are 5 foot. Never mind.
Yeah. Anyways, let's blow on with some of these cryptids. We'll go through the couple of the first ones, and then we'll get into the weirder and crazier ones. And I'm going to try to not do things that we've heard before, because I think we know about the Wendigo and a couple other things. But anyways, here we blow.
Children, these beings are said to roam the southwestern Alaskan forests. Rather than being malevolent, they're elusive and prefer to keep to their shadowy realms. La Llorona. Originating from Mexican folklore, La Llorona, the weeping woman, is a tragic figure. Cloaked in white, she's said to wander waterways, lamenting the loss of her children, whom she drowned in grief. Her haunting wails serve as a chilling reminder of her spirit.
Yeah, I'm sad I'm going to kill my kids.
Yeah, I know people do that, but this story is fucking silly.
Tale.
Depends how she
Two-toed
became
Tom.
pregnant.
From the swamps of Florida
here's
and Alabama
Two-toed Tom.
comes the legend of Two-Toed Tom, a monstrous alligator with a penchant for terror. With fiery red eyes and an over...
Jesus Christ, that was a fucking big-ass fucking
Two-toed Tom with a penchant for terror.
Yeah.
Sized physique, Tom is known to be a relentless predator. His tail's
song
cautioning
there.
those who venture too close to
Because he
swamp
never
domains.
relents.
Bigfoot.
Nope. We're not doing Bigfoot anymore.
who's that kid?
Because we've done that so many times. So
Who's
here
that
we
A
go.
large head and glowing eyes has an extraterrestrial vibe. Spotted for a brief time in the 1970s, it stands as an unsolved mystery, blurring lines between folklore and possible alien visitations.
Toads.
Wood devils.
Yep, the wood
The
devils.
dense forests of New Hampshire are whispered to house the wood devils. Tall and slender with a bark-like skin, these entities perfectly camouflage with trees. Their purpose? To startle unsuspecting
But then how did you see them if they camouflage? Never mind.
passers-by,
Pareidolia.
unseen, epitomizing
exactly,
the wilderness's mysterious depths. Mishipeshu. The Ojibwe tribes of the Great Lakes region revere the Mishipeshu. Translated as water panther, it's a
Water
creature with a
panther.
cat-like head, sharp spikes, and a long tail.
Except for that panthers are actually water cats, or they will go into the water a lot more than. So there could have been one of these that was just let go, or a couple of them into the wild from rich people, and maybe for 10 years or so until they died, you saw these things.
It's both feared and respected, often considered a spirit guardian of freshwater sources.
Totally, that's exactly the next thing. Okay, let's get into
spirit guardians. Those are the realest things.
Yeah, let's get into this, and I'm gonna grab another burr. Yeah, well, here you go. I'm gonna go a little bit further back.
Yeah, because
so
I
that
want to
we
know
can
how to
hear-
pronounce that.
Yeah, and so here we blow. So I will be right back.
The squonk.
Oh,
Pennsylvania
Shanny,
hemlock forests
no.
harbor tales of the squonk, a creature
That's
said to be so
definitely a
ugly that it perpetually weeps. With saggy skin and a sorrowful demeanor, it dissolves into a puddle when cornered, symbolizing vulnerability and elusive nature. Endamkenowet. From the lore of the Lenni Lenape people of Delaware comes the Endamkenowet, or
That's
the
a
pond
creature from
monster.
the Black Lagoon.
Residing in a pond, this aquatic creature has a terrifying countenance, but is said to be non-aggressive. It stands as a guardian of water bodies, reminding all of nature's hidden protectors. Splinter cat. Hailing from the forests of the Pacific Northwest, in Oregon, the splinter cat is a feline entity with spikes on its back and with a head so hard that it can smash trees to bits, seeking out its favorite...
Wait. Did it? What was it called?
Splinter cat.
Splinter cat.
Okay, I thought it was a sphincter cat. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Is that how they came up with the splinter rat? Turtle? Sorry.
Sure, yeah, that's how they came up with Splinter. Totally. Anyways,
All I'm seeing is He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
No, that's exactly the pussy cat that he rode, or the tiger, or whatever. That's
By
exactly
the power of Grayskull.
Yeah, the power exactly. Okay, here we blow. But actually, I want to get to There's the melon heads. So let's get back into the melon heads again.
Ugh.
Found in the law of Michigan, Ohio, and Connecticut, the melon heads are said to be beings with oversized heads. Resulting from various unsettling stories, often involving sinister medical experiments or inbreeding, they roam woods and back roads, signifying the eerie unknown in familiar places. The Enfield Horror. In 1973, Enfield, Illinois, became the spotlight for sightings of the Enfield Horror, a creature with 3 legs, glowing eyes, and short,
Okay, I'll be right
arms.
back again.
Its tales capture the quintessential small-town monster mystery, leaving an indelible mark on local folklore. Ogopogo. Canada's Okanagan Lake in British Columbia claims the home of Ogopogo. Often described as a multi-humped green serpent, this creature has Native American origins, emphasizing the lake's deep mysteries and long-standing tales. Sinkhole Sam. The tale of Sinkhole Sam emerged from Kansas folklore. This mysterious entity is believed to inhabit sinkholes, dragging unsuspecting victims into the depths. Originating in local stories, Sinkhole Sam embodies the fears of the unknown lurking in natural formations. The legend reflects a blend of cautionary tales and the eerie allure of unexplored underground realms. Tennessee Wildman. The woods of Tennessee are home to the tales of the Tennessee Wildman, a creature similar to Bigfoot but with a reddish hue and piercing scream. Beyond its fearsome appearances, it symbolizes the age-old tales of humanoid beings lurking in American woods.
Oh, so it's just a really hairy drunk dudes that's running around
No,
the fucking wilderness.
that's
probably Scottish.
No, that is the love child of Bigfoot and Pip.
And I knew it. There we go.
Jackalope. The legend of the jackalope emerged from American Western humor and folklore.
Jackalopes are actually a real thing.
Oh, it's a rabbit and an antelope.
No, so during the
or hare.
I don't remember the time period. There was a fungal infection that was happening inside of on rabbits that was causing them to grow horns. And so it only lasted 10 years until the species died out, or the rabbits that had this affliction.
Yeah.
So actually, this is a real thing.
Well, it says it's a North American. Wikipedia says it's a North American mythical animal.
Yeah,
but
like
here we go. Hold on. Here we go. Let me show it. Yeah.
I already got it up.
Share it.
It says it's a jackrabbit with horns.
Yes, but here is where the myth came from. Right here. So there is a fungal infection that made them grow things on their head and face, like this.
Well, this is a fake.
That one's a fake. But go back to the first. Just go back to the first one. So what happened is this is actually a thing. They were growing calcium deposits.
I think this one is the clearest.
Yeah. So there's calcium deposits being built up on their face through this fungal infection.
So they're elephant man rabbits, yeah?
Yeah. And so it only lasted for 10 to 20 years or something because they all died out. They'd stopped procreating after a while. And
was this a time when the farmers introduced or the government introduced myxomatosis into the rabbit population to kill them off?
I'm not sure about that 100%, but I know that there was a fungal infection that broke out in the Midwest, and the bunnies started having this affliction for a hot second. And after a handful of years, I want to say 10 to 12 or 20, they died out, and then it went away. They were not spreading it anymore because there was nobody spreading it because they died out so fast. So instead of them actually having babies that had the fungal infection, they ended up dying faster than procreating to keep it going. And normally a fungal infection, a disease, parasite and other things are trying to propagate themselves as long as possible. Unfortunately, well, actually, fortunately, this did not propagate further than a handful of years or a decade or something. So
Yeah,
people did actually see.
It sounds like because the governments they introduced because of the well, you've heard they're saying they breed like rabbits, and they were just decimating farms and everything. So they introduced back in the 60s a man-made infection for rabbits called myxomatosis. I don't know whether you've got that there in America.
I don't. 100%, I don't 100% remember exactly how this came to be.
It's so sad to see that. Like,
they go crazy. The rabbits go mental. It's sad.
And like they ice balls out. Like,
it's poor.
It's such a horrible death.
It only kills a certain amount of rabbits. It doesn't kill them all. So it's that's the explanation. That's not cool.
So anyways,
it's there forever in the wild rabbit population. But what early encounters of this, there was some flaws in what it was, what it was made into. Although cruel, it saves the farming industry. To be fair, throughout the world.
But I believe this was a natural process that happened in the wilderness, in the middle of buttfuck nowheres in the Midwest, in the Americas. I don't think it was around farmlands, and I don't think it was around populations. I just think there was some weird fungal infection that was growing on certain plants, and then they ate them, and then that caused them to be infected, which caused calcium deposit things
something like that.
Thing like that. And then once again, once they started getting these things from the infection, they would not mate after that. So luckily it killed itself out within 10 or 20 years. I think it's like 12 years that they supposedly recorded that it was a thing. Yeah, The Last of Us in rabbits. Exactly. And they turned into zombies, just like Dog was saying about the thingy with the other thing. Like they literally just turned into insane beings, and they would just like dance around, and they would do weird things that normally wasn't normal because calcium was poking into their brain, and it was causing them to freak out and fall over and do all these weird things. Glad to hear.
It's a sad death, unfortunately.
Welcome home, Commander.
Yeah. So let's blow on with this next cryptid.
What is that?
Slide rock bolter. Colorado's mountain law introduces the slide rock bolter, a creature that attaches itself to mountainsides and releases only to devour unsuspecting animals or travelers. It captures the inherent dangers of the Rockies, emphasizing the unpredictable nature of wilderness terrains.
A whole mountainside gets embedded with this weird creature. Like it supposedly has a drill bit or a drill thing on its tail, and it will dig itself into a mountainside, and then any unsuspecting animal will be eaten by it. And we have so much proof that these 1,200-foot mountain dwelling creatures that dig itself into a hole are fucking prevalent. We see.
Mayor Atkinson had a guy on. Oh, they reviewed this guy. He was a total lol cow. He was a fucking nut job. I think he says he's the first guy that found mud fossils or something. Roger something.
Yeah, it's the Mud Fossil University.
Roger from Mud Fossil.
Yeah, we got over him.
He looks at mountains and things like that and sees boobs and fannies or vaginas and dicks with
Mr. Pareidolia.
Yeah.
Like if you look up Pareidolia, it'll show a picture of him.
He's like the Ron Wyatt of nonsense, isn't he?
The main problem with him and CC and Hans Wormhat and a handful of other motherfuckers, they're keyboard warriors. they don't actually go out into
No.
reality.
Apparently, he did go out.
Shut
and
up.
see
Yeah. Okay, you're right. But
he was the first guy to discover a mud
barely.
fossil.
But
Well, I actually think he's the only guy to discover a fucking mud fossil. Unless you're talking about, because I know in America there's them dinosaur footprints in mud, but I don't whether it's that he found. I don't know.
No, well, nothing he says is correct. But anyways,
absolutely not.
Most of these people don't actually go out and do anything. They look at fucking videos and photos, and they go to Google fucking Earth and look at something and go, look, there's something in a thing.
They go to YouTube. Bro. They go to YouTube University, owned by Google.
Yeah, and so
or worse, TikTok University.
Oh, that's easy. Fucking TikTok's getting horrible with all the conspiracies. It's fucking insane right now. Anyways, let's blow on with it.
Or even worse, they go to twitter.com/sexy for Christ.
No, Brain. Fuck you prick. You don't want
and then there's Kick, and then there's the other fucking weird places that people are doing live streaming, and they get to be conspiratorial and sexist and racist and all that other shite as well. That's fucking destroying this existence we're in.
The tale of the water babies has roots in English folklore and gained popularity in the 19th century. These supernatural beings were believed to be spirits of babies who had died and returned to water. Often used to caution against playing near water bodies, the legend combines sorrow, imagination, and the mysteries of nature.
Of course,
Wendigo.
Imagination.
Okay, the Wendigo we know about.
Ooh, what are those weirdos?
What is it? Yeah, what's this?
Believed to be the souls of departed miners, can both protect workers and forewarn of impending.
The Tommy knockers.
Oh yeah. Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, the Tommy knockers.
In the US, tales of the Tommy knockers emerged. These small spirits, believed to be the souls of departed miners, can both protect workers and forewarn of impending.
And they're not talking about underage people. They're talking about actual people that are working on mine. Anyways.
Yeah. And the story comes from Ireland originally, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe so. Yes. And it was immigrants from there that came here, and then they brought the superstition with them of these creatures. Because once again, they never have seen any of these, but they hear knockings of them, or they hear them calling out or saying certain things, but nobody's ever seen one of these.
Ending danger.
Yeah, but the water babies and the Tommy knockers have been made into books anyway. So
yeah. There's a whole Tommy knockers thing here in Colorado. That's a restaurant. There are theme parks. There's a whole bunch of shit that is based around Tommy knockers.
I think the Tommy knockers was actually made into a film at one point, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think there's something like that as well, or a cartoon or something. I don't remember, but it's prevalent around.
Perils of underground realms. Caddy. The legend of the Caddy.
Okay. We're trying to do only forest stuff, so let's go to the cat. I know this isn't, but this is more landlocked than so.
Cactus cat. The legend of the cactus cat found its origin in the American Southwest's deserts. This mythical feline, known for its spiky fur and aggressive behavior, is said to feed on the moisture-rich pulp of cactus.
What pussy doesn't sting you after you? Never mind.
Stemming from Native American beliefs and early settler stories, the cactus cat's legend embodies the whimsical and often surreal nature of desert lore. White Fang.
Okay, we're not getting into any type of
that
creature. Yeah, and that's why I'm saying we're not getting into any of those creatures, because that is everybody and their mom knows
Been there,
about it.
Mystery and the human imagination in remote communities. The Beast of Bladenborough. In the 1950s, Bladenborough, North Carolina, became infamous for tales of a bloodthirsty beast. Following reports of livestock mutilations and strange sounds, a creature resembling a cat or dog, but larger.
Oh, so a rich person had a lion that they let go into the fucking forest because they're fucking douche nozzles, and for a couple years there was a lion that lived in the fucking forest. Duh.
More menacing.
And let it get
This
unkempt, of course. Didn't look after
Because
it, so
we've
all its fur fell out, and it just looked like
or
that.
it's in the wrong environment. It's not in Africa. It's in fucking the swamp. So of course it's gonna look different after it living in places that it shouldn't be, by getting infections, by getting swamp rot, or getting other things because they're in the wrong place. And once again, these are
Well, every
only
country
tales
has
of
its
something-
big cat stories, really. It really does.
Yeah.
Even
and-
Britain, we have our
No, we
big cat
definitely-
stories here.
Yeah. And what we've come to find out in recent times, recently, is some rich douche nozzle has let out a large cat, and they have been around and they've been causing problems. I don't remember.
Are we going into what's to say, the Tiger King? What's that guy in prison now? I don't know. He had a Netflix series, didn't he?
And then fucking what's her name that he supposedly tried to get a hit on. But anyways, so once again, there's a handful
Well,
of
they live in
cases that we
Florida
know
anyway,
about.
Trumpland.
Yeah,
Not
but
Disneyland. Trumpland.
We have a handful of cases where people have let out their
Handful of
exotic
quesadillas?
pets, and they have been seen in the wild, and then they have taken
Become
them in.
legends.
Some dude in Florida or something, I believe it's Florida, he let out 32 exotic pets. So it was like 3 chimpanzees, 2 lions, hyenas, and a handful of other things, and he just let them out into the fucking wild, or let them out of his house. And then they had everybody was trying to fucking catch them and shit. The chimpanzee beat the shit out of the.
Well, I don't think stuff like that really matters that much in America, because if you look at, if you look at America, the wildlife there, alligators and mountain lions and all that. Anyway, there's shit there that will fucking kill you. Rattlesnakes.
Yeah, but the thing is, people see these things and think they're cryptids, and that's what we're talking about. Is somebody definitely let out a fucking exotic animal, and this is why for 5 years or something they saw this type of creature, but it should not have ever been let go in the Mississippi fucking swamps, and that's why it probably looks weird.
Cryptid,
And once again, they only saw it for how many years? A couple. And then it disappeared. Well, that's why, because that's how the fucking world works. If you have a fucking big ass fucking animal in the wrong part of the world, you can't take an exotic animal and feed it the wrong food and let it, and it won't, and it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't take a lion and feed it fucking vegetables. It's only gonna live so long. So once again, it needs a certain type of food, the certain type of protein, the certain type of atmosphere and surroundings for it to keep surviving. Otherwise, it won't survive very long.
Well, you've never obviously
already know
seen
that.
any film from DreamWorks, have you?
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, you can just have an elephant living in your backyard if you live in Tennessee. Yeah, that totally works.
Creature stands as a testament to the region's unexplained mysteries and nighttime terrors. Skinwalkers. The legend of the Skinwalkers has its origins in Navajo.
Okay. We're not going into Skinwalkers either because that's redonkulous as well, and we've already got to split the lizard man. We're going to talk about the lizard man because that's
the obviously only Skinwalkers only have one leg.
Lizard man.
No, but they just can transform, and there's like, there's so much stuff about Skinwalker Ranch that that's why I don't want to go over them, because Skinwalker Ranch has made so much money off of native traditions of what they say a Skinwalker is, which is an animal or a being that can change its appearance when it needs to, that I feel like they're only making money off of Native American tradition, and that's why I don't like Skinwalker stuff. But anyways, let's get into Lizard Man, and this is our favorite lizard, and this is his origin story.
The myth behind the lizard man emerged from South Carolina's swamps. In the late 1980s, reports of a reptilian humanoid creature with scaly skin and glowing red eyes gained attention. Witnesses claimed the lizard man attacked vehicles, leaving behind scratch marks and bite imprints. These incidents, reported to the local police and media, sparked widespread fascination.
No, it wasn't that you were drunk and you accidentally like ran into a street sign, or that you like went past something that fucking scratched your car. No, it has to be a glowing-eyed monster for no reason.
A discussion about the creature's nature and motives. Thunderbird. Across many native...
This is another Native American thing, but I'm going to go over it because I believe that this isn't as making money off of the natives.
Native American cultures, tales of the Thunderbird have soared. This enormous eagle-like bird controls the forces of nature, especially thunderstorms. Passed down through generations, the Thunderbird's mythology illustrates the reverence for natural forces and the way ancestral stories continue to shape in...
And
but
recently...
This is the bollocks. I was something that flies. You know, that is giant. That is enormous. You would know this. You would see it. It would be filmed and seen, and
but like,
but
okay.
This is what makes these things legend. Is that they are absolute nonsense, and of course they are, because it's a bird. It needs to feed. It needs to eat. And the only way it doesn't walk around the ground like a fucking clipped turkey or anything like that, because turkeys, believe it or not, can fly, and were introduced to America by Britain. And turkeys are part of the vulture family anyway, but they all need to fly. They need to hunt.
Recently, there has been a organization. I want to say it's a college, but I don't remember which one. Where they have witnessed during thunder and lightning storms, large predator birds will actually hunt during this time, because it's easy for them to find stuff, because when a lightning strike happens, animals will run. So they'll sit somewhere and they'll wait.
So what we talking? Eagles?
Yeah, eagles, falcons, and hawks. So
what about buzzards?
In the Americas, we don't have as many of them, but
we have buzzards here.
Yeah,
we have lots of them. A lot of them are fledged at the moment as well. A lot in ours. Well, I can go out and see. Well, not now. It's night time. I'm going tomorrow and see buzzards.
I believe it was mainly eagles, not just white eagle, white whatever. But it doesn't matter.
But never a thunderbird.
Yeah, and so the reason they thought that the association was happening was because when thunder and lightning would happen, these birds would go and do things around an area that had this phenomenon going on, which would be lightning, and they could hunt during these times. So different types of eagles, and eagles are fucking huge. Same as condors and a couple other things, and I believe we have that in this area. If you're watching lightning happen, you could perceive that something is way larger than it is, because your eye sees light in that certain way and doesn't get to take in everything. So if you have
I get that.
Bird,
I get that. Even I guess every mammal has an instinct, and thunder and lightning. They've got ears. Obviously, they've got eyes. Yeah. Obviously, they will. They'll do different things. If they don't perceive things the way we do, it works. A storm. What the fuck? Just get indoors and get out of the rain.
If you can be a predator bird over a whole field, and every time lightning happens, all of these things start bolting. Well, now you have a fucking field day. Now you can have a smorgasbord. Now you can eat a crap ton of stuff, because mice and rats, you know what I'm saying? If everything doesn't understand it and it fucking starts running around, well, now you get to fucking pick what you want to eat.
Absolutely.
And a lot of times, supposedly, what has been happening is, for some reason, nobody knows why, they pick up snakes during this time for some reason. So there's a lot of times where they will dive down, pick up a snake, and carry in the air. And then again, when the lightning bolt hits again, then they, well, I don't know. But for some reason, there seems to be a thing with lightning storms and them picking up snakes and reptiles. And so that's why there's this like weird thing about snakes and the Thunderbirds and the lightning and this whole mythology with natives. Probably it's easier to fucking see a snake going through the weeds or the grass comparatively to a mouse or a rat or a marmot or something else, right? So maybe it's just easier during a lightning storm for them to see that movement and they just hone in on it and they just go for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why
probably they react differently during storms.
Exactly. So that's why we have the Thunderbirds, and people exaggerate how big they are.
60-foot wingspan and whatnot.
That's
just what they say.
Telling a story just like the Jeebus's stories in the Bible, where they exaggerate stuff and things like that. So it does make sense, because recently there has been proof by multiple sources that those type of animals will hunt during a lightning storm.
You saying Jeebus didn't walk on water?
He walked on somebody's fucking water. I don't know who it was, but never mind.
Mary Magdalene.
Oh, he made someone squirt.
Mary Magdalene.
And remember, folks, they didn't say how fucking deep or wide that thing was that he walked on the water for exactly.
I think,
so it could have been a puddle. It could have been a puddle.
Jesus, all he had to do was put on a black suit with a dicky bow with a bow tie that spun.
Yeah.
He could have gone worldwide with his magic show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, F-16s are huge. Oh, wrong, Thunderbirds. Yes, exactly. But anyways, so there is.
I like Thunderbird too.
Thunderbird wasn't there?
Too, the green one.
We have a drink in the UK called Thunderbirds, which is basically for drunk people. Alcoholics, they drink that because it's like the stupid percent ABV in it, and they just get
I get what you're saying.
Really stupid. Called Thunderbirds. Mainly drunk in Scotland.
I don't think we have that here, but anyways, I definitely believe.
Oh, you will have drinks that have stupid ABV.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
Alcohol by volume type drinks. You'll have beers that are like 16%. And
yeah, totally.
Here in the UK, it's all changed because drinks now in the UK they charge for the alcohol content. So the strong beers have actually become weaker, so they can keep the price the same.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
That's stupid.
Well, yeah, but that's UK law. They actually charge by the alcohol by volume, the ABV, a percentage of the alcohol, which is in most spirits now it's around between 35 and 40%. You can get more, obviously, but you're paying through the nose for that. You are paying a lot of money for the extra alcohol, but why would you want that? Only Slim would want that, because he's a nutcase.
Well, and my batteries only get charged on alcohol, so that's the easier
way
for me to charge my batteries.
Plug him in.
Yeah, and so anyways, speaking of that devil, I think we're going to be doing an alcohol stream or a beer or a wine or something like that, like a bar stream, where we're going to talk about how different alcohols are made, how they taste, and all the new versions of stuff, as well as doing the food and pizza and stuff and things. So before we get the fuck out of here, I will be down in Colorado Springs at a hot rod and motorcycle swap meet for the weekend down at a couple hours away from me. So tomorrow I will not be vibing with Pip's stream if that's going to happen.
No, there's no
I
stream.
Okay,
Because
well,
I believe she has a funeral.
Okay, yeah, that's right. And I won't be able to help with that because during that time I will probably be driving down to Colorado Springs and setting up for the show. And then Monday, most likely, I will be dead as fuck because besides working 12-hour days on Saturday and Sunday, I will be performing during the tattoo competition on Sunday at the event. So I'm gonna be dead as fuck. So most likely Monday is not gonna be a thing. If it is a thing, I will let everybody know. But most likely we're just gonna do Tuesday through Thursday. And I don't think that my brain has already come up with what we're gonna do exactly for those.
Probably not.
But everybody,
You're that Roger guy. I think he'd be cool to do.
Yeah.
Have you not? Are you not subscribed to the DSA? Because we went over him.
Oh, and
a
Saturday
couple of weeks ago.
and then
Yeah, no, I don't do Discord.
And then
no. That's also YouTube's. Previously, the channel previously known as Commander 401.
Yeah. So, anyways,
speaking of 401, Widow's Son has 401 subscribers, or at least yesterday that was.
yeah. And so, cheers to Widows. So Saturday, I will not be a part of DSA because I will be working a motorcycle event in the hot rod. So I will not be there Saturday, and then Sunday brunch, I will definitely not be there because I will be working again. So
hot rodding in America.
America. Fuck yeah. Anyways,
America. Fuck yeah. Slim's
I'm
gonna
thinking
mingle with some Nazis. Slim is gonna mingle with some Nazis.
No. Well,
Guys,
actually,
you see
there's
on the head.
there's a lot of motorcycle. There's a lot of
like that does attract that kind of people.
Hot rodding is Trump nonsense, mate.
And I'm not saying saying everyone, but there's quite a big group.
No, there is a handful of motorcycle clubs in my local area or around us that are fucking Zeke Heil, and I have Trumpenites that are around me constantly when I do these shows. It's fucking hilarious because I like trapping them into like telling me how fucking nuts they are without giving up that I don't believe in it. And what's really funny is they're all like, "Oh my God, Jesus and the Bible and blah 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 and da da da," and I'm like,
"Well, it's insane that Trumpism is a thing. That's just the fucking weirdest thing. The whole world just looks at you and laughs."
But what's funny is on my motorcycle vest or the leather vest I wear, I have satanic symbols all around the whole thing. And it's so funny when they come up and they're like, "Trump and God, and I'm a Bible thumper." And I'm like, you know that I'm a Satanist, right? Like, why are you even trying to tote this to me? And as soon as I bring up I'm a Satanist, dude, their eyes get big and they fucking bolt, dude. They're just like, or I ask them a question or two and they're just like, huh? And I'm like, yeah, no, I actually have a brain inside my head, barely. I'm smart enough to like. And
is it also you're probably one of the smartest people in America if you don't support Trump.
Yeah, and then go ahead.
But Slim, isn't the thing with the satanic symbols on with motor clubs and stuff? Isn't that more to scare away the normies?
It used to be. Now. Well, no, but now all the fucking SS and all the fucking like racist motorcycle clubs, they've taken off all of their satanic symbols now, and now they have fucking crosses and everything. They've actually changed it a bunch. It's fucking weird to see.
Sons of Cyborg, we should start that.
Yeah. But
Sons of Agony.
It's totally. Well, I have my own church, which is torturing the Church of Torturing Slim the Living Cyborg. And I have 1,000 members, I think, right now. So, anyways, but it's so funny to watch these people not understand their own culture, and when I can like rebut against that, it's so fucking fun. And I especially love it when like my father is not religious at all. And it's so funny when all these religious people come up to me and they're like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a Satanist.
And
they
just
fucking
shooting
run.
fish in a barrel, though. If you're debunking fucking Trump fans, I mean, they're fucking idiots. It's so easy to.
No, it is. But what is so funny is, as soon as those people bolt, I look at my dad and we both start laughing. We're like, you fucking idiot. Like, you got scared because I said I'm a Satanist, or I love saying "Hail Satan" to people that tell me like, "I'll pray for you." I'm like, "Yeah, pray for me, Hail Satan," and they're like, and they run.
But that's the same person that you said, "I love Satan, Hail Satan," but I love Trump, Hail Trump. Would still love you.
Yeah.
They're saying, "I love Trump, Hail Trump." They've got no other. They don't care about anything else but Trump.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Slim,
so if
we're wrapping up. Yeah,
yes, we are.
That's your church.
If you are on the Fasted Books, please click this link and go be a like. I think that's the only thing you do, right? Is like my page. Follow my page.
You already got 786 followers on there.
Okay. So I have my own church, which is that. So go click on that and go follow and like some of the stuffs, and eventually we'll be doing more stuff with the Church of Torturing Slim the Living Cyborg in the near future.
And also, after we leave, you have to click that link. No, that does not include Shani. Not Shani. But it does include Cobes, because it's the stream of Security Monitor Lizard.
Has it got Jessica on there? Because Jessica makes me laugh. She's insane, that girl.
So, anyways,
yeah, but I think she is not as bad as Shani, because Shani is willingly evil.
Oh, that girl is fucking wrong.
She was the one. Cobes is.
She's a proper wrong one, mate.
She said,
but
"I'm trying to get pregnant."
She's not in her right
you.
mind.
Well, she said, "I was trying to get pregnant by you so that I can fucking swoop in on this as well." So she is literally the next fucking Shani, because she's trying to involve herself and push herself into the life of him. I don't think that's going to happen, because I think Cobes is an incel.
Guys, just to be fair, she ain't half the woman that Shani is.
Nobody's half the woman.
Hold on. Shani was not that big at first. Just wait. If fucking
she was a little overweight, but when she met who was it? She met one of her heroes, a singer. And there was a video of her, and I thought she was quite cute, but now all her teeth have fell out, and she just begs for fucking money.
Yeah, so that's what I'm.
I actually gave her money. I can't believe I did it, but you live and learn. But
that's what I'm getting at is.
Brainless sent me that link, and I looked at it because he said don't look, and what the fuck? No,
I know.
It's just she's wrong. No. Happy place.
You're welcome.
What the fuck?
You're welcome, though.
If you all are into locals and you want to learn more of the lore behind them, go over to Screen Money Lizards channel and go watch that.
And subscribe to Mango.
I feel and everybody go to the description and follow all the people that are in the description.
I'll do all that. I watch Mango, I watch Black Guy TV, and all of them people that do them.
Totally.
I've been introduced to this little scabby little fucker that looks like something that I don't know. What's his name again? Cyrax. Yeah.
Oh, no.
He looks like the devil's got a little fucking little yard boy that makes do things. That's what Cyrax looks like. Come get me water, you little cunt.
Yes,
that's what Cyrax is. That's him.
I know, and we're not getting into more of them. We have so many other people there. But anyways, that's why we don't go over locales on this channel. So if you like to go over the locales,
we only reference them.
Yeah, we only reference.
We do border on that community though.
Yes, but I try to
there's crossover.
locales.
Not that we're the locals, it's that we border
No.
you know, laughing at idiots.
Yeah, no, I know, but I try to not go over locales because I feel like a lot of them have mental disorders that like need to be addressed. And,
absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
But I don't want to go over that, but everybody go and check out Mango's channel and a Lizard and Widows and all those people that go over all that stuff. I feel like I have another niche that I go over because I have a specialty to look at
shit.
These certain
Freak
types
stuff.
of things. Yeah, and look at them in the way that I have. So, anyways, we're gonna bow the fuck out because like I haven't eaten today and I need to motherfucking eat. And yeah, dude.
Go eat. Then go eat some pussy.
Eat on stream. I wish I had that opportunity right now. I'm just waiting for my homegirl to get her living space with a roommate, and then I will be playing. Never mind. I'll talk about it later because I don't want to jinx myself. But I may have a. Anyways, never mind. I'm not going to talk about it. So when it happens, I will let everybody know. So everybody, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you everybody who is a member. And yes, I love having you all on. And anytime anybody who is out there wants to be a guest when we're doing live stuff, please jump on. If you're seeing this in the future, please like, subscribe, share, and comment on the video, no matter what it fucking is. Just throw some weird comment in
and if
there.
you didn't like the stream, just fucking hit the dislike.
And hit that anyways.
And say in the comments you didn't like the stream.
Yeah, totally.
Explain what you didn't like.
Tell me I'm
Brainless is linked. Brainless is linked to Shani for Sexy Christ.
Sure.
Fuck that.
Tell me I'm an ugly tattooed person and how you hate my fucking tattoos or something. Anyways, just
and how Jesus still loves us. And how Jesus still loves us. Just tell us that. We'll just laugh at you. But
tell me how much I should be born again and how I should be religious again after all the fucked up shit I went through when I was younger. But anyways,
it all goes to the algorithm. It's all about the algorithm on YouTube.
Don't tell them.
So just click, like, subscribe, comment, do everything for the algorithm. Because the algorithm loves all that.
For the algorithms.
Algorithms.
The algorithms love all that.
Get a rhythm.
Okay, anyways, all right, let's just get out here. I was going to play something, but it's okay. I'm starting to crash. It's been a long day. So we'll see y'all in the near future. Most likely Tuesday is when we'll be doing something. And I have a handful of ideas on which one we want to go through. But we'll be doing something. And then Wednesday's always Drunk News Report. And then Thursday is whatever the fuck I come up with. I'm thinking about doing more Cards Against Humanity and gaming streams. So hopefully we'll do that soon.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps telling me that they want that. So we'll do more game nights for sure. So anyways, thank you very much. Everybody say bye and we're getting the fuck out of here. So bye.
Bye.